It's time for HD Comedy. Tonight's guest, Paul D'Angelo. And now our host, Julie Nolan.
Oh my goodness, how fun! Here we are at MMTV, a night of comedy, which is something we're going to try to do once a month. I'm going to be your host for this evening. My name is Julie Nolan. And I don't want to give too much away, but we have an amazing comedian coming on later on, very well known. But for now, we're going to focus on me, because, yeah, that's how that's going to work. So I was at Target doing some back-to-school shopping with my son, Frankie, and he sees a teacher that he knows that I don't, and this is how he describes me. This is my mom. She's well into her 50s. She's not a real blonde. And this one killed me. She drinks Pinot Grigio religiously. And he's not wrong. It's just I didn't really want to meet someone that way. And I thought everybody carried an insulated purse with their Pinot in it. No, they don't do that. That same son said to me, "I can't believe we've never had a family pet." And I said, "Frankie, what are you talking about? We have ants. We had a mouse not too long ago, and I'm pretty sure there's a family of raccoons in our shed." And I say pretty sure because I'm afraid. I have no idea. I have this vision of my husband coming home, and we're living in the shed, and the raccoons are living in our house. And I have a soft spot for raccoons, and I'm going to tell you why. When I was a kid, I was in the kitchen, and my father came running up the stairs. He said, "Barbara," that was my mother, "there is a hole in the roof of our garage." And my mother, without missing a beat, said, "If that raccoon needed to get to her babies, and she needed to chew through asphalt to do it, then she's going to do it." And I thought to myself, my mother is so on the side of the raccoon rather than the human, like her husband. It was like raccoon 2, Jimmy 0. I pictured the raccoon and my mother having coffee in the afternoons, like idiots. So my mother drank coffee all day, and we left school at 2:30. We got home at 3 every day. And she would say, "Are you kids home already?" And so she, fueled with this caffeine, she thought she could do anything. And so my sister and I were upset because we weren't part of the bus program. And she's sitting there drinking her coffee. She says, "What does that bus pass look like?" And we're like, "Oh, no." She runs upstairs. She gets poster board and markers and all this stuff. The actual pass was a pin, yellow, that said school bus. And she took cardboard and made 2 circles, colored it in, stuck it on our sweaters, and sent us off to the bus stop. And my sister and I are like, we better not stand together because we're going to bring attention on the unauthorized, fraudulent bus passes. So we put some people in between and got on the bus. But then, unfortunately, it rained at recess, and now it looked like a tie-dye circle. So we didn't get a ride home. Oh, you guys are a great audience, and I'm really excited to bring out our headliner. His name is Paul D'Angelo. He's been all over the country. He's opened for Aretha Franklin, and he's worked with Joan Rivers, and you're really going to love him. So put your hands together for Paul D'Angelo.
Give Julie a big hand, the star of our show. Well, not the biggest crowd, but I like to say not the size of the crowd, it's the way you use it. So, that went right over your head. Okay, that's good. This is going to be great. Happy fall. Fall in New England is great, huh? See, the women love fall for different reasons than men. Men love it because of football. And women love the leaves. And men not so much. In fact, now that I think of it, my father wasn't a big fan of the leaves. I can remember when my father was alive, being in the kitchen with my mother and looking out at the backyard, and my mother yelling out to the backyard, "Jack, it's peak foliage. Will you take me and the kids on a trip? We want to see some foliage." "Jack, you're not listening. Me and the kids want to go on a trip to see some foliage." My father be in the backyard with the rake. "I got 12 trash bags filled with your stupid foliage. Why don't you and the kids take a trip up to the gutter? There's a lot of foliage in the gutter." One thing I hate about this time of year, I drive through a rich town, like, with mansions and these big houses. I'll see scarecrows on the front lawn, got better jeans on than the ones I'm wearing. You know how embarrassing it is? 3 in the morning, a motion detector goes off, a family's looking out the front window. I'm on the front lawn trying to get the pants off a scarecrow. They're my size! What, is everything pumpkin now? Have you noticed that? I swear to, listen to this. I went to get breakfast the other day. This is what I got for breakfast. I got a pumpkin coffee, then I got a pumpkin muffin. Then I got a stack of pumpkin pancakes. I swear to God, they had pumpkin syrup. That same night, I go out to dinner. I got pumpkin raviolis. I wash them down with a pumpkin beer. For dessert, a piece of pumpkin cheesecake. Then I top it all off with a spiced pumpkin latte. The next morning, I woke up. My head was orange. 3 of my front teeth were missing. Trick or treat. The world's gone crazy. You know, when I was a kid, I loved Halloween. I loved to dress up in Halloween. Kids still love to dress up Halloween. But the world's gone crazy. Everything's upside down. Let me tell you a story since Halloween is coming up. Last year, I read about a school, 1,000 kids in the school. Every year for 40, 50 years, on Halloween, the kids wear their costumes to school, and they love it. They look forward to that day. It's their favorite day of the whole year. But not last year. You know why? There's 1,000 kids in the school, but one kid's parents complained because they didn't celebrate Halloween. They had a problem with Halloween. So they complained to the school board. So the geniuses to the school board said, well, we don't want to hurt the feelings of that one kid, so we're going to hurt the feelings of 999 other kids who just want to wear a costume to school, and we're going to cancel the whole event. Now, that's stupid. Now, in the old days, this is what you would do. You would take that one kid aside, and you go, look, I'm really sorry your parents have a problem with Halloween. I know they're upset, and they complain, but we've been doing this for years. The kids love it. We'd hate to disappoint them. And so you don't even have to come to school that day. You don't have to participate. It's okay, but we're going to go ahead with it. You're just going to have to suck it up for one day. But if you change your mind and you want to be a part of our little costume party, you could always shove a giant stick up your ass and come to school dressed up like your miserable parents. How about that, you stupid little kid? So this is nice. The summer was, the summer, I have a friend. Everybody likes to do different things. I got a friend. Do you know anybody who's a big-time hunter? This guy's into hunting. And I saw him in the summer. He had a beard down to here. I said, Jack, why is your beard so long? Very serious. He goes, I always grow my beard long during duck hunting season. I said, why? Camouflage. I said, you're joking, right? No, I take duck hunting very seriously. I not only have a beard for camouflage, I also paint my face so I blend in with the surroundings. Then I got a camouflage outfit with netting. I put twigs and leaves that are indigenous to the area, so I blend in with the local flora and fauna. And you better use the right leaves, because ducks are really smart. They can tell the difference. That's why I've been studying duck for 30 years, because the only way you're going to get a duck is to outsmart the duck. Even my gun is camouflage, because the ducks even see a glimmer off the metal. You'll spook them. You won't see a duck within miles. Then I got stuff to mask my scent, because if the ducks even get a whiff of you, you scare them away. You won't see a duck for days. Then I got decoys that look just like ducks to trick the ducks into thinking that there are other ducks that are congregating, so I can draw the ducks in a little bit closer. Then I got a duck call. It sounds like there's other ducks in the weeds, so the ducks think there's other ducks, so I can draw them in a little bit closer. Then I'll wait patiently in the weeds for 8 or 9 hours, just waiting for the duck. I said, hey, I don't want to bust them or nothing. I got a loaf of bread. I go down to the pond. They eat it out of my hand. I says, I could get 3 with a hammer before they knew what the hell happened. Boom, boom, boom. I got 3 duck. I'm a hunter. What the? By applause, how many people have a dog or love dogs here? How many people? See, people love dogs. My girlfriend and I have a little dog. His name is Duffy. He's only this big. He's adorable. His fleece is white as snow. And I love this dog, but I grew up in a different time. When I grew up, it seemed like people weren't so uptight. They weren't so angry. There weren't so many rules. Now, when I was a kid, the dogs would wander around the neighborhood. They went from house to house. All the neighbors knew the dogs. They'd feed the dog. Nobody picked up after their dog. But now, they have strict leash laws. And every neighborhood has the poop police that's patrolling out there. I think I see a fake pickup. Move in now. Now, I love this little dog like you can't believe. But if you have a dog, don't tell me there's not something a little humiliating about having to stoop down with a plastic baggie on your hand like a demented lunch lady and picking up a handful of steamy puppy poop. And to rub salt in the wound, you have to walk around with your little poop purse, right? Like you're taking home warm leftovers from a restaurant. I wouldn't mind, but 50 feet away, there's a flock of geese, and every one of them is pooping like a German shepherd. I'm going, what's the difference? What's the difference? I don't even know who the boss is half the time. I take him out in the field, I'll throw the ball. Fetch it, Duffy. Fetch the ball. Bring it back. Bring it back. Sometimes he does it. And then sometimes he just looks at me as if to say, I don't feel like it right now, but you know what? You can fetch that. Pick it up. Good boy. Good boy. Now bring it home. Bring it home. Bring it home. What are they going to do if I don't pick up the poop? They're going to send me to prison? I'm going to be in a cell with some guy? What are you in for? Murder. How about you? I didn't scoop the poop. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I don't want to get in trouble, but sometimes it's impossible. A couple weeks ago, the poor little guy, he didn't feel good. So he went, and it was like a melted fudgicle. I'm going, how the hell am I supposed to pick that up? What do they expect me to walk around with a wet vac strapped to my back like I'm a Ghostbuster or something? Oh yeah, this is the latest model. This is the Cucka Sucker 2000 I've got here. This thing will drain a small swimming pool in 5 minutes. The dog is small and cute, so his poop is small and cute. He does like a Tootsie Roll, a Hershey's Kiss, and a couple Cocoa Puffs. That's it. Sometimes it's so small, I gotta go looking for it like an Easter egg hunt. I'm going, I know you went, but I can't find it. Where the hell is it? Did you ever see these Great Danes? You ever see a Saint Bernard? They were enormous. If I had to pick up after them, I'd have to be wearing a hazmat suit and driving a Bobcat with a front end loader. Hey, back it up, I got another load. So I don't know what to, so this when I walk the dog, this is what I do. I get the plastic bag, the colorful plastic bag. I let it hang out so everybody can see it. So it looks like I intend to use it. My record is 10 days with the same bag. But I can't get away with it. If somebody sees the dog go, and they see him, and I turn into Clint Eastwood all of a sudden, I'm going, don't make me use this. Just turn and walk away. It doesn't have to be like this. Don't make me use this. But I can't get away with it. So this is what I do now. Right before I walk the dog, I go to Dunkin' Donuts. I get a cup of coffee and 3 chocolate Dunkin' Munchkins. I put the Dunkin' Munchkins in a clear plastic bag, and I walk around with them. So it looks like I got a big poop in the bag. All the neighbors think I'm a hero, and when I get home, I get a little snack. I'm all set, right? So, you got a boy dog or a girl dog? Both? You got both? This is all the boy dog does. Tell me if I'm wrong. This is what the boy dog. Any place another dog has peed, he sniffs, and then he raises his leg, and he pees. He comes over here, he sniffs, and then he pees, right? He comes over here, he sniffs, and then he pees. I'm going, why does a dog do that? He sniffs, he pees, he sniffs, he pees. But at the same time, one day, I was answering messages on my phone, and I was texting, and I said, wait a second, it dawned on me. This is how dogs communicate. People have email, dogs have P-mail. That telephone pole is his Facebook. He goes over to the telephone pole, and his nose tells him, you have 3 new messages. He says, ooh, Spike pissed the post on this post. He says, Daisy's in heat. I should respond to his post. Like, and share with my friends. See? It's just like Facebook. So, I had a terrible thing happen to me recently. I got my identity stolen. That ever happened to anybody here? It's terrible. 2 weeks later, after I had my identity stolen, I got a phone call. I said, hello? They said, is this Paul? Yeah, who's this? This is the guy who stole your identity. I said, why are you calling me? He said, you ruined my life. I have creditors calling me every day. The bank repossessed my car, and they put a lien on my house. I said, well, I guess that goes to show you that crime doesn't pay. He said, well, apparently, neither does being a stand-up comedian. You lose up. So I just did a show in the Midwest, and I had to fly out, do the corporate show, flew back. But I wasn't on first class. I was on coach class. And I got to tell you something. First of all, I'm waiting and waiting because, of course, the people in first class, they let them on the plane so they can get comfortable, get adjusted to their seats. And then at the very end, okay, now all the losers can go and file through first class. And I'm standing in line behind a bunch of people, and I'm looking at the people in first class while I can't move yet, and I'm going, wow, that's a beautiful seat. Look at that. That's a lot nicer than my lousy little seat. Jesus. And then they go, oh my God, they're drinking champagne already. We haven't even left yet. Look at that. Look at that guy. He's wearing that's a filet. He's eating a filet mignon. Oh my, I don't even think they give me peanuts on this flight. What? That's so cruel. When you eat at Burger King, they don't make you walk through the Capitol Grill to get there. I mean, oh wow, look at that steak. Keep moving. Oh, I'm sorry. My little mother's going to turn 85 years old. She's 84. She's this big. She's tiny, little Italian mother. And anybody here have an Italian mother? Yeah? Does she worry? That's all an Italian mother does. Worries 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days. My mother has the weight of the world on her shoulders, and I think over the years, all the pressure on her, it's compressing her because she keeps getting smaller and smaller, and now she's the size of a kid all over again. And it seems like now that she's 84, sometimes I feel like I'm the parent and she's the kid. Now listen to this. My brother got twins. They were 7 and a half. And they were big for their age, and I followed him out to his car one day. He's putting the kids in the car seat. I said, wait a second, aren't they big for a car seat? Oh, no, Paul. New law in Massachusetts. It's got to be 4'9", or you got to be in the car seat. I said, that's ridiculous. Well, that's the law. The next day, my little Italian mother asked me to pick her up and take her to the supermarket. I got to the house. I opened up the car door. I said, Mama, get in the car. She said, what the hell is that? That's your booster seat. Get in the car. I'm not getting in that seat. You have to. It's the law. Get in. He said, I'm 84 years old. I said, it goes by height, not age. Get in the car. This is where I become the parent. She says, I'm not getting in that seat. I said, I'm going to count to 3. Get in the car. She got in the car, but she complained the whole way. Get me out of this seat. I'm your mother. I said, stop your whining back there, or I'll give you something to whine about. Now she's complaining. She's kicking the back of my seat. Get me out of this seat. I said, don't make me pull this car over. I will turn right around and go home, little lady. Is that what you want? She goes, good. I don't want to go to the supermarket anymore. You'll go and you'll like it. And be thankful there are mothers in China who have to walk to the supermarket. She finally calmed down when we got to the supermarket, but she put up a fight when I picked her up and put her in the shopping cart. Get me out of this! I said, hey, everybody's looking at you. Everybody's looking at you. It was a good way to meet women, though. All the housewives were coming up and go, oh, my God, she's so cute. How old are you, honey? I said, tell the nice lady how old you are. Say, I'm this many. My little Italian mother. Nothing I could do. I don't know if your mother's like that. Nothing I could do could ever please my mother. I could be elected the President of the United States, and she could be at lunch with her friends, and they'd be going, Francis, you must be so proud of your son. He's the president of the most powerful country in the entire world. Oh my God, you must be so proud. And my mother would go, well, he's no Abe Lincoln. Crazy. It's a different world now. It's a different world. The kids. We treat kids, we baby the kids. Do you know some parents in Massachusetts, I swear to God, trying to ban playground equipment. No more swings, no more seesaws. Why? The children could get injured. This is how kids develop. If you ban the monkey bars, how a little girl's going to learn to hang upside down from a brass pole? This is important. What the hell is wrong with people? And kids are spoiled, too. Your first car, was it a crap box? Your first car? Of course it was. Not anymore. Listen to this. My brother had an almost brand new Volvo, but he was selling it because he was going to get a pickup truck. So he put a nice little sign on it. Beautiful husband and wife came down. They said, we want to buy this car for our daughter. She just turned 16. She got her license this week. And we want her to have an almost brand new, very safe car for her first car. So they put her deposit down. They brought the teenage girl. The next day, she took one look at the car and went, what's the matter? I don't like the color. I wanted a black car. I had my heart set on a black car. You know what the parents did? They said, no, don't cry. We'll paint the car whatever color you want. It doesn't matter how much it costs. We just want you to be happy. Please, we'll paint the car. If that was my daughter, I'd say, oh, you don't like the color of the free car that your mother and I just bought for you? That's too bad. Here's some other color options you could have. You could take the red line. You could take the green line. You could take the orange line. You could ride in a yellow cab. You could take a silver bus, or you could pedal your blue Schwinn. Do you like those colors any better? Do you like those colors? Spoiled. I saw my friend's son after Christmas. I said, how was your Christmas? It was all right. What do you mean all right? You got a nice family. What did they get you for Christmas? They got me a new smartphone. That's a nice gift. You should be excited. Yeah, it's all right. What do you mean all right? I never got a gift that good when I was a kid. Yeah, but it's only 3G. What? It's only 3G. All my friends have a 4G phone. Oh, that's too bad. But you're in luck, because I found the missing G. Get over it. Here's some more G's you could use. Why don't you show some gratitude for the generous gift they gave you and be grateful you're not groveling in garbage in the grungy gutter in a ghetto in Guatemala with gonorrhea on your gonads. You greedy grouch, now grow up. What the hell is wrong with people? I'm hating the new technology, too. Here's something that I found out that disturbs me very much. I just found out all the important things on my computer, all my files, all my photos, all my notes, are now on something they call the cloud. I don't want my stuff on something called the cloud. This is what I know about clouds. Clouds disappear. You go to bed, it's cloudy, you wake up, where'd all those clouds go? I don't want my stuff on the cloud. People say, Paul, the cloud is secure. The cloud's secure. The Chinese hacked into the White House. That's the most secure, heavily guarded house in the entire country. If the Chinese could get in the White House, they can't get into my computer? I don't want some Chinese guy doing my jokes. I don't want some hack butchering my act in a little coffee house in Beijing going, people say no more monkey bar. I say, hi, little girl, learn to hang upside down. Well, I got to get out. What a nice crowd, you know? You're wonderful people. I had fun. I'm looking forward to the weekend because I love this time of year. Like I said, football. I love the football. I love the Patriots. Do you know I had a girlfriend get jealous over the Patriots? How do you get jealous over the Patriots? The day of the game, I got the Brady jersey on. I'm all excited. My friends are on the way over. The beer's on ice. I'm going, go Patriots. She looked at me and said, you know what? I wish you got half as excited about being with me as you do watching those stupid Patriots. I said, honey, think about it for a second. If I could only see you 16 times a year between September and January on Sunday afternoons for 3.5 hours at a time, and I could drink beer the whole time I was with you, I'd be so excited to see you. And if you do that thing while we're driving, you could make the playoffs. Hey, thank you for your attention, and I appreciate it. You're a great crowd. God bless. Give it back to Julie.
Wasn't he fantastic? So funny, so inspirational. Well, that's our show for tonight, and hopefully we'll have one next month. You can come down, check out some comedy, have some fun, have some snacks. Thanks again for coming out, and good night.